Good evening, my friends, and welcome back to the Watch Wendigo YouTube channel. Today, I have a package. I'm fairly excited for what's in this package, even though I'm fairly certain I know what it is, and it is a budget knife. But it is a budget knife that is kind of redefining what is possible in the budget knife realm. So this is something that I think that people who like to use their knives a lot, or they just like to collect as many knives as possible, but are on a budget, or they're just looking for a good tool. You know, they don't even collect knives, but they want something that is thoroughly optimized and is going to do the trick for them extremely well. And I think that this knife falls into that category for a multitude of reasons. First of all, I have handled one already, so while this is an unboxing, it's not an entirely blind unboxing, because like I said, I have handled one. I think these are extremely well done. The color options are a lot of fun, in my opinion. You guys have heard me say before in the past that I appreciate when manufacturers have a little fun with what we're doing, with what they're doing, and offer us some colors. You know, a lot of people don't like that, but I personally think that being able to express yourself in the stuff that you carry from day to day, who does that hurt? Nobody. And it's just a little bit of fun for the rest of us that enjoy it. So the people that are upset about it, whatever, that's a them problem. But anyways, back to this particular knife. This company has recently made some changes, and they are they are scoring extremely well with third-party HRC testing. I'm sure that Tyler Hardness from Steel Hardness Labs has made this company pretty happy, because I know for a fact that they are selling more knives, especially this particular model, than they might have been before. So let's go ahead and get the package open. Today, the unboxing knife is going to be the Tuya B Saxy. Really enjoying this guy, by the way. Trying to be careful. I don't want to cut the box because it just feels like it's yeah. There you go. So, in this package is a Miguron. Let's see, how do I get that open? Well, with a knife, that's how. And more wrapping. Alright, so this is a Miguron, and more specifically, it is a Karok. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. So, let's go ahead and open this guy up and see how it looks and feels. It looks pretty good. I like the black and gold, obviously. That's why I bought this version. Centering is good. Oh, detent feels pretty good. Okay, so, and the thing that everybody is kind of somewhat freaking out about with these guys. Yeah, I can't do it. So, there's a lot of people that are kind of hating on this because the detent's just not strong enough. But it doesn't feel bad. And to be honest, I'm sure that there's probably quite a few knives in my collection that I could probably hang on just a second. I want to compare something. I'll be right back. Step on the other side of the room. So this one is my brother's. And I'm trying to tell, it feels as though this one has a slightly heavier detent. I think it does. Yeah, I think that one feels like it has a heavier detent. I can still kind of like flick them both open, so the detent needs to be ideally slightly heavier still. Let's see, can I do it to this? No, it doesn't even budge. Yeah, so the detent does need to be slightly heavier. But that one does feel better, if only slightly, than that one does. Anyways, the claim to fame with these guys is they're using D2 steel, but what they are doing differently is when they are heat treating this D2, they are hitting HRC numbers of 62 and 63 HRC, which for a knife that cost, let's see, I believe I paid $36 for this, for it to have aluminum handles, D2 at 63 HRC, and a button-operated liner lock. That is a really nice combination, especially at the price point. So definitely take a look at these. There are a lot of color options. There was like kind of a toxic, like zombie green, and then the black and red, and the gold and black, and then there's also titanium options in a couple of different colorways, even like a gradient one, I believe. And then there are also a couple carbon fiber options, which they all look pretty good to me. Realistically, I haven't made up my mind for sure yet, but kind of thinking. I wanted to see how I liked it first in use, and just the way it feels and looks. But I very well may be giving away this one and one other one when I hit, I don't know, what's another good benchmark? Maybe the 500 subscriber mark, or maybe a little before that. I haven't made up my mind exactly when yet, but I am assuming that these are still available when I hit that benchmark. I am kind of considering doing these as giveaways and just getting myself another one. Obviously not this one. This one doesn't belong to me. But I'd probably do this one and then maybe order one of the toxic green. I don't know. That's just speculation at this point. We're not there yet, and we're quite a ways from being there. But anyways, I just kind of wanted to talk about this for a little bit. Blade stock is, well, I guess the blade stock itself is pretty average, but with that tall flat grind, they get it pretty dang thin. I like that. The only thing I would like better is if it was hollow ground. So I just wanted to show these off, talk about what Miguron is doing right, because it's kind of revolutionary at the price point. Like, let's be honest, it's not necessarily revolutionary. Plenty of people can heat treat D2 correctly, but traditionally that is not being done. So especially not in this price point. So what I have to kind of say about this is, look, see, this can be done, and the prices can be reasonable still. In fact, they can even be quite low and pretty generous. So for people saying that, oh, well, the reason that you're not getting good heat-treated steel at the budget price realm is because it's just not possible with their price margin. Bull. That's absolutely not true. It can be done. It should be done. Stop giving us 57, 58, 50, even 59 D2 on our budget knives, and 61 plus. that's pretty much the only numbers I'm willing to accept is 61 plus. 61, 62, 63. That's where we want to see D2. Miguron's doing a lot of cool things. Definitely check them out. A lot of their knives are really pretty great. This is just one that stood out to me because of their, the new way they're going about their heat treating. And this is a real winner, or it has the potential to be a real winner. I'm obviously going to carry this one and get a little pocket time with it. Use it slightly. I want to try not to use it too hard, because if I do decide to give it away, I don't want to give away something that's been beat up or needs to be sharpened, etc., etc. Maybe the one, if I do decide to give this one away, maybe the person that wins this one, I will offer to sharpen it for them. After I already signed off, I realized that I forgot to do a factory edge test. So let's go ahead and test that factory edge really quick. So I'm sorry for the cut. And I may just add this at the end of the video. We'll see how that works out. That's actually kind of impressive. So this $36 knife has come in sharper than knives that I've paid hundreds of dollars for. On top of having 63 HRCD2. If this goes well through the review process, nothing falls apart on me, etc., etc., I don't find any major negatives, this is going to end up being a really solid win for the community. Thank you, my friends. But we'll see when we get there. Anyways, that's going to be all today, my friends. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you are subscribed, don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you see when I post my videos. Thank you for your time today on this quite rainy evening here in Washington. Yeah, that's it, my friends. Wendigo, signing off.